This is Vault Excel. Thank you for joining me. Here's the latest update pertaining to Riley Strain. Thank you for joining me.
Tonight, a break in the case of missing University of Missouri student Riley Strain. More than a week after Strain disappeared while on a fraternity trip in Nashville, his bank card is discovered on an embankment by the Cumberland River. There was also a body discovered in the river today, but it is believed to be Riley. News 2's Nikki McGee is live for us right now with the latest. Nikki?
Yeah, Kimberly, well, today I've been speaking with two girls who have been searching this area behind me. This leads up to the Cumberland River, and I want to show you, you can take a look down here. It's just filled with lots of debris and lots of trash, so certainly spots to check, but they do tell me at the very bottom of it is where they did discover Riley's credit card. Family have since been on scene, as well as detectives talking to these girls who made the discovery. Family tells me police have told them OEM is on the way to check out the area. Once again, right now, Riley's parents tell me they're on the way to talk to detectives at Metro Police and review some more surveillance footage. Now, these girls who found the credit card say they do encourage others to come out and help out with this search and certainly work to raise awareness. Both of them are putting themselves in Riley's family shoes and hoping this case doesn't go cold.
I look more into cold cases, I guess, ones that are from like the 90s and the early 2000s that are unsolved. And I spend a lot of time digging into those, and I'll actually privately message officers and stuff like that, going back and forth with that. But I lived 20 minutes away from this, and so once I heard it was happening and nothing was happening, Tuesday night I came down here with my boyfriend, and we were like, let's go walk it.
Now, again, this is unrelated to the other body that was discovered in the Cumberland River today. And, of course, if you have any information on this case, you're going to contact Metro Police right away. Reporting live from downtown Nashville, Nikki News 2.
All right. So, allegedly, the body found earlier wearing a maroon shirt is allegedly not Mr. Strain. I read just recently that the parents have identified the body, and it's not him, nor is it Sebastian Rogers, 15 years of age, of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Allegedly, this body floated up near the Martin Luther King Bridge. This is a very sad situation because, in the end, whomever the body is, it's a human being. I don't know what to say, quite frankly. My mind is trying to understand and comprehend finding the card. 1 week later, total strangers find his card. This is just baffling to me that they had people, I would assume rescue workers looking in the area, and yet law officials didn't find the card. A whole week later, 1 week and a day and a half. So this is bad. This is very bad. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Yes, it's very sad. Because like I said, whomever body it is, it's somebody's body. Now, somebody's going to be looking for that person, I'm assuming, wondering who they are and how did they get in the water. But how did the card get down there? How did the card get there, and where is Riley Strain? I listened to The Godfather speak today to a creator that's here on YouTube. He gave an interview with her, and I took a lot of notes from things he said. And there's just a lot that, as I said, has bothered me pertaining to this case. Different things about the different groups. One group was at one bar, one group was at the Loop 32. Him talking on the phone to somebody, telling them that he was going on his way back to the hotel. That's around 10 o'clock. So I'm trying to understand, how is he talking on the phone at 9:55 to 10 p.m., telling somebody he's going back to the hotel, but then at 11 p.m. his phone is pinging allegedly somewhere else in the city. So that's like a whole hour of him just roaming around the city. This is baffling to me. Almost like he's just walking in circles, or I don't know. Because I'm not there. I wasn't there. And I'm just like utterly confused at whatever the hell's going on. I'm confused at the timeline of somebody getting back to a room and not realizing, okay, he's not here. So you don't call until almost 2 o'clock the next day. I have 1,000 questions in my head. How many people were at the bar with him? The person who walked him down the stairs with the security guy, were you really his friend or not? And I get it. Sometimes it's all about being self-absorbed. But this is why I say this to young people. You need to be very careful the company you keep and the people that you hang around. Because as the Godfather said, men don't navigate like women. And that's very true. And you'll see that in some of the comments under the videos. A lot of guys will say, well, I'm not babysitting anyone. It's not really my job. But I've always said that it's a difference if we come together versus we drove separate cars. We drive in separate cars, then yeah, you're on your own. Because I'm driving my car, you drive yours. However, I say goodnight, you say goodnight. If you want to stay, you stay. If I leave, then I leave. So then you're on your own. But coming together is totally different. So we have to use deduction on how they even got there in the first place, either by foot or by ride share or public transportation. So you would think if you went together with somebody, they would at least look out for you, whether you're a man or a woman. But that's the whole thing. Everything's about perception. Now, I was listening to this profiler who speaks on News Nation a lot, and she was on Law and Crime Network speaking, and it's something that she said was so prevalent that I had already thought about, but I have not dwelled on it as not to bring forward allegations, anything negative towards Mr. Strain. But she's a profiler, and this is what she does for a living. She might be an ex-profiler, but she said, I'm starting to wonder if there was some disruption in the bar with Mr. Strain. And some people probably don't want to dwell on that, but you do have to use deduction. You want me to believe that he was the only person inebriated in the bar? Hell no. We don't even know how many people are in the bar, how many people the bar can hold. So let's just say it can hold a couple of hundred. Right there is your problem. You know damn well it's a Friday night. He was not the only inebriated person in the bar. So you have to use common sense. Why was this particular person asked to leave? Now, the bar says it's our protocol standard, but they're not really being descriptive unless they're just trying to sugarcoat whatever happened in the bar. I kind of got a feeling he was all over the place in the bar. He had to be. Because there's just no way in my mind I'm going to believe 9:35, 9:50, whatever the damn time was, he was the only person in the bar inebriated. We also hear from the Godfather that he was at a bar before that and had a pre-drink. But you don't know what a pre-drink really means. A pre-drink could mean 2 beers, 4 beers. And I said that before, if they bar hopped, he possibly was already inebriated when he got to bar number 2. I don't know. Some people think maybe he was a little loopy, too much all over the place. So it was more than alcohol. But like I said, drunk is drunk. And at some point, if he was given a Mickey, he would have passed out. No way he would have been roaming the streets for an hour and somebody gave him a drug. Because you're up 1 minute and then you're out the next. So I try to listen to different point of views pertaining to drugs, alcohol. But we already know that once you get a drug in you, such as, a roofie, you're not going to be walking around. That there's no way. You are going to pass out eventually. And I don't see you passing out an hour later either. This is a strange, strange story. Now we have a whole body floating, not him, wearing an entirely different color shirt, allegedly identified to not be him, bank card on an embankment. Many people thought he was in the water. Now we got to ask ourselves about that person. When did they go into the water? We also got information from the Godfather that the water was low here recently, about 4 feet. But then, of course, it could have been higher when he went missing. So maybe he went downstream if he happened to fall in the water. But then I saw the gate around the walk area. I just cannot see him just walking all the way down there and jumping over that. For what? Why would he want to jump over the rail? Because it's not like you just jump in the water. From the picture I saw, one picture, and then you see how steep the embankment is in this video. You would have to literally climb down in there to get in the water. Why would he want to do that? It's a lot to this story that doesn't make sense, but that's the point. When you don't know what happened, it usually doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand anything about this story. Not a damn thing. Because if I'm to believe he talked on the phone at 10 p.m., then I have to ask myself, why didn't he Google Tempo Hotel? Maybe somebody can help me understand. He spoke to somebody on the phone and told that person he was going to the hotel. But yet he didn't have the same discerning spirit to Google the directions. I'm baffled, befuddled. I don't even know the correct word to use. It's just a big old mystery. And this bank card is even worse because now you have no body but a bank card. So then you have to ask yourself, how did the card get down the embankment? That would lead us to believe if his body is not in the water, you assume that really if he was in the water, the card would be in the water. The card would be in his pocket, his wallet. So the card being on the embankment makes me wonder, I don't really know what I'm saying, quite frankly. Sorry about that. I don't know what I'm saying.
Try.
Sorry about that, everybody. This is just truly baffling. Maybe somebody else has some ideas because I don't know where to take this now. I think he dropped his wallet and someone found it and was discarding the stuff with his name on it. Or he dropped his card and a homeless person found it. Maybe so. Yeah. Well, it's just, you're looking for answers. You're hoping he's alive, praying he's alive. And then you get this news. Just got this, notification. I made sure to go look at some articles to see if somebody verified the body. They're saying it's not him. And then you can have this business about the card. And a person knows not to use the card because you're going to be on camera. So how did the card get down the embankment? Now, there are people who use the card anyway. If he was pickpocketed or he fell out somewhere and they went through his pocket, there's still some people who would be bold enough to use the card anyway. Or has the card been used and then they just threw it out? I don't know. It's, I can't put my finger on this one. I just can't. Usually I'm pretty good at trying to come up with some type of ideas. But now with the card being found, I don't really know. I think because he didn't have his wallet on him, he is laying in a hospital under John Doe. Well, Tay, if you have a John Doe, the police at the hospital, they're gonna talk to the police and tell them that they have a John Doe. They've already checked hospitals. That's the first thing they did, was check the jail and hospitals. And naturally, they're going to take pictures of the John Doe in a hospital or jail, and they would show it to the family, and they'll tell you, no, that's not him. All I can say is the plot is thickening, and it just still ain't good. It ain't good now. You know, you're talking about 9 days in, these guys were out and about in the city. And finding out that he left out of that bar, I honestly believe that possibly he was upset. Because you have to think about it. He's by himself and he's inebriated. And that's the worst situation to be in, is, you know, trying to find your way somewhere and you don't know how to navigate because you're not coherent. But see, what makes me wonder about that is he was allegedly talking on the phone. And if you watch the videos again, you can see where it looks like he's holding his hand out, looking at a phone. You know, maybe he's video chatting and he's showing himself, because I rewatched it maybe a few times today. And I said, oh, it looks like he's holding his phone out, you know, holding his arm out extended when he's crossing that street. I just, as I said, the past week, I have not been able to, you know, I'm able to gather my thoughts, you know, my words. This is the one day that I don't know really what to say. I feel they could have pulled records of whoever he had contact with and verified things. I feel they need to search harder. Part was found. He could have been pushed down, weighted down. Yes, he could have been. Well, Gen 7, I don't know if that's verified or not. Nobody took a picture of the guy in the shirt. The friends he was with need to be questioned again because none of this makes sense, okay? If he was just free floating in that water, body should have surfaced. Oh, yeah, definitely by now. Since the water is lower, I don't know how deep the river is, but the water allegedly is lower than it was a week ago. So naturally, when it was higher a week ago, he would have had, you know, he could have floated some ways because it goes for miles. You know, they said they searched about 14 miles by boat. So I don't know the actual mileage of the river, but naturally, if the water's high, strong current, yeah, he could float some ways underneath, you know, depending on what's under the water, because you don't know what's under the water, how murky it is. But somebody else is now falling in the water or put in the water, and they came up, but then we don't know when they were put in the water. This is just so weird. You have another body in the water when you're looking for a guy, plus another child missing out of Tennessee as well. Hello, Jersey. Thank you for joining me. How did the card get down there? So interesting. Somebody decides to join the search and they find the damn card. Not the police, not the rescue squads. Don't you find that interesting? So that makes me believe you all didn't have anybody going down there near the damn water searching. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you have to admit, a week later, a whole stranger finds the card. Jesus, man, what is going on? In warm, shallow water, decomposition works quickly, surfacing a corpse within 2 or 3 days, but cold water slows decay, and people who drown in deep lakes 30 meters or below may never surface. Well, one thing I can say about this area where I have been, people who went swimming, fell in waters, in lakes here in my region, they have all floated back up. And it did not take long. And I would assume a lake is a little deeper than a river, assuming, I'm not really sure. But most of the people that have fallen in water near me, they have floated back up. So I don't really know. Hello, Celine. Yeah, when looking for that girl on a boat, another body was found then too. What are you saying, Sam? This is just I'm just like puzzled. I wasn't expecting this news. You know, I enjoyed my whole day today to myself. Today I did all my little, home decor type videos. I posted a lot of them to the home, to my community page for you all to watch. Little hacks, things you can buy on Amazon to use for organizational purposes. Because, I'm going to be, finding another place here soon. So I'm, just looking at some of those videos. And I said, this is a good day. I don't have to do any videos on true crime or any updates. I'll wait until tomorrow. And it's like the devil, he heard me. He was like, oh no, You think you're going to go to bed and have a good, peaceful night? Sorry. I've got an update for you. And that's how the devil is. He knows how to infiltrate. Because I said that all day. Oh, what a great day to sleep in. I'll still check YouTube to see what updates there are. I'll still check Google to see if there's anything on Riley or Sebastian, but I won't be going live. It's like Satan, he hears you talking, and he's like, oh, but guess what? I'm going to make sure that card's found. You'll be live. The night's out. It's just crazy. $18 feet at this time? Yeah, so 18 feet's not a lot. Okay, thanks. 18 feet. So the weather's been warm in Nashville. So in about a week, he should be floating. Because we're now at 9 days, coming up 9 days. If we're to believe, that's a rough guesstimate of the body surfacing. I don't know what to say. Let me see what else I'll find here. I'm just, this is just bad. Really, really bad. Oh, man. All right, everybody, we're going to play a little more content here. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ began to 129 Cash App, stickers and chats always welcome during the live stream.
The following breaking news update, it has to do with the disappearance of the University of Missouri student Riley Strain, who went missing after being out with friends in Nashville. Nashville police had just putting this out moments ago, saying that his bank card was discovered this afternoon on the embankment between Gay Street and the Cumberland River. The search for him continues. So now, more than a week after that University of Missouri student Riley Strain disappeared while on a fraternity trip in Nashville, his bank card has been found. Police just releasing this moments ago. Obviously, anything that they can do to try to find clues as to what could have happened to Riley that night is going to help them in their search efforts. But this is the most recent bit of information here. This as loved ones and police continue to search for Riley Strain after he went on that trip to Nashville on Friday, March 8th. The Mizzou senior was asked to leave Luke's 32 Bridge, which is Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway, after only being served one alcoholic drink and 2 waters, according to TC Restaurant Group. A friend of Strain had called 911 on Saturday, March 9th, after saying that he went to the Central Police Precinct and called the sheriff's office to file a missing persons report. Strain's family, who's from Springfield, Missouri, said they drove down as soon as they got the call from his fraternity brothers last weekend about his disappearance. They've remained in Nashville all week, searching to try to find the 22-year-old. And although some cameras captured the soon-to-be graduate making his way through downtown heading towards the courthouse, his family explained that there are some gaps in cameras that are pointed in the wrong direction that make it hard to know exactly where to look for Strain. And so the search is very much active and ongoing. Police trying to update to the investigation as much as they can, but there have been several videos, like we said, that they've been trying to piece together where you can see Riley noticeably stumbling and falling over. A lot of questions as to how he left, why he left alone. The bar saying that they had only served him 1 drink and 2 waters. So still so many questions remain when it comes to this investigation. But the big update here today is that his bank card has been discovered. Again, it was an embankment near the Cumberland River.
All right, near the Cumberland River. But no him. Why not? Where is he? How'd the card get there? Because now it's even worse. You got a card on the embankment, but no body, alive or deceased. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Where is this guy? Sorry, I'm just going through, checking everything. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I don't know what to say, because this is just some BS right here. We'll play something else. See what they have to say. It's not good, all this. Sorry.
These are the surveillance videos we've seen so far. You see 22-year-old Riley Strain stumbling through the streets of Nashville. Police say Riley was kicked out of Boots Bar on Broadway Friday night while on a Mizzou fraternity trip. He told friends he was heading back to their hotel. But video shows him walking up 3rd Avenue North, turning onto Church Street and Gay Street, then disappearing after this last Life 360 ping near James Robertson Parkway.
The last contact with the friends was after he left Luke Bryan's. I believe that one of them had tried to reach out to him. I don't remember if it was by phone or by text. I think he said that he heard, like it sounded like he was outside. He could hear a lot of loud noise outside. But he couldn't give any more information, and then he wasn't able to actually speak to him.
Police have spent days scouring the area for any clues, but Metro Cold Case Sergeant Robert Nelson says they're also digging through Riley's call logs, text messages, and any location ping that could have gotten lost.
Some of the data we're still waiting on. There's a legal process when you're getting some of this information, and so sometimes it's multiple steps, and a lot of it depends on the company that you're trying to get that information, whether it's social media or a cell phone company.
They're also looking for information on the Apple Watch Riley was wearing. I asked a phone location specialist what else could come from these devices. He said in some of these cases, the companies who created the phone or watch worn can track down more precise locations of them before they lost power.
But right now, we've requested some of that information. We've done emergency pings, and we're just trying to get that information from them.
Sergeant Nelson says right now they're just hoping to get any new information.
Right there, false. Look at him walking. He's thrown. I think he hit his head because he's looking at his hand with his head down. This is bad. Bad. Oh, man. I'm sure the family really don't want to come out and say anything derogatory towards the friends, whoever was in that bar with him. But at some point, you're just going to have to stop sugarcoating what you feel and just say, hey, I expected better from you. You went there with him. You all went together. You're his buddy. You're his bestie, whatever. Why would you let him walk out knowing he was inebriated? So I'd like to hear the conversation or text, as you hear the sergeant saying, between Mr. Riley and whoever he was talking to. Because like I said, at some point, we've got to have to just say, what? He could talk on the phone, but he doesn't know how to Google. Because either way, he could easily, if he was just drunk talking, slurring his words, why not ask for help? Why keep walking around? That's why I don't understand this young man. I don't want to seem, mean, but I have to ask that. Why continuously walk around? You hear the Godfather saying to the other YouTube creator that they go there, I think, once a year for their formal. So that means he's been to the Nashville area before, assumingly. But still, when you're inebriated, you could be from somewhere and still get turned around if you are really plastered. What happened during that phone conversation? Allegedly, he told this guy, I'm going back to the hotel. But as you have seen in all these videos, they're showing he was going in the wrong direction. So this is what I'm trying to understand. Why didn't he, 1, wait outside the bar? Number 2, wait right near the bar. Number 3, why didn't he ask somebody for help to help him with his phone? Help me with an app for Lyft, Uber. This is where I'm baffled. Why continuously walk around the city? I just don't understand how anybody could be under the influence and walk for miles. Because this is at least 2 miles past the bridge. That's a lot of walking. would have believed that's where he was, because for all I know, that could be somebody who had his phone. So now we got to ask that question. If the debit card is on the embankment, what's the close proximity from where they found the card to Loop 32? Number one. How close is it to the bridge? Number two. Number three, where is the phone? Number four, where is the Apple Watch? And number five, where is the owner? Lord have mercy. Somebody says he hit his head hard, starting to wonder if someone found him deceased or nearly deceased and robbed him. But see, that's the whole point, Natasha. If he's walking around the city, he still should have been found, either alive or deceased. That's the part that doesn't make any sense. He's not a small person to conceal. That's a lot of person there, 6'5" to 6'7". You're not going to easily conceal a body that big. Was the card put down there in a sinister way, or did someone panic and try to get rid of it? Or maybe they lost the card accidentally, such a mystery. Yeah, they could have thrown it down, hoping it went in the water. They found him somewhere lying around. They robbed him, took the watch, took the phone. So now we got to wait to see. Nobody's turned the phone on. Probably locked anyway. You couldn't get in it because those iPhones are kind of tricky. They're not like Androids. So they couldn't get in the phone. He probably's got, some type of code, finger code. So you couldn't get in it anyway. It's useless. Too risky trying to sell it because it's tied to a missing person. Everybody knows he's missing in Nashville, even the homeless people probably. So the Apple Watch, will we find out that somebody has sold the Apple Watch to a pawn shop? So that's who they need to be checking, are the pawn shops. And also you have to have ID in the state of Tennessee to pawn any item at a pawn shop. Has the watch been pawned? Stay woke. Did he have on any type of jewelry, such as a ring? Anything that's pawnable? As far as the stairs, the Godfather doesn't think he would have walked up the stairs. I don't think he would have walked up the stairs either. Because if he did, he would have fallen down. He would have been found. He would have fallen. There's no way he would have been able to climb up any stairs. The phone pinged close to the river and the phone on the embankment makes you wonder if electronics are thrown into the water or smashed. Don't know. Don't really know. Would anybody like to take a poll right now? Because the Queen is quite baffled. I'm just going to be truthful. We're going to put up a poll, everybody. Let's ask some questions here about this card. Because this is bad. Really, really bad. I'm just going to ask, how did he lose the card? Give you options. I can't give you options on this poll. Hold on. Let's see. Because these are all yes and no. Let's see. Just going to ask, do you think he is the one that lost it near the river? And then I'll give you the option of not sure. Now, when I'm on my community page, I can give you better options than through this YouTube app. Did he lose the card near the river? I'll put the question up on my community page. And on that poll, I'll give you options. Did somebody throw it down, or, because on this poll, I can't give you the different type of options. 87 viewing, take the poll, everybody. Most of you, well, let's see. 55% of you said no so far. 36% not sure. Now it's going down to 33%. Okay, Sundown says, I think the phone was thrown in the water. Yeah, probably. Of course, you know, there are places that you can sell those phones, and the person, you know, who owns the little shops, maybe they know how to get into the phones. They got a tech guy. They pay to, you know, go into the phones, open the phones. You know, iPhones are worth money. So, you know, there are people who are tech savvy. They know how to get in these phones. You got to remember, the FBI does it, the police does it. So you have random people that are just as smart, you know how to get into phones, find a way to get into a phone. That's what they need to look for, to see if the watch and the phone have been sold to pawn shops, or anybody in the area have bought a phone or a watch by a homeless person, random person. Is somebody in Nashville walking around with this man's phone and watch? Imagine that. Ooh, Lord, imagine that. Just imagine they sold the watch to somebody and they're walking around with this man's phone, God forbid, a dead man. Dang, what a mess. $24 votes so far, 101 watching. Thank you so much. Just bringing you the latest news pertaining to Riley Strain. His phone has been found near the Cumberland River, but a body was found floating as well today, but it is not Riley Strain. It is not Sebastian Rogers. So whose body is that? Don't you find this interesting? One body floating, same day this girl finds a damn card of a missing man. Now somebody talk to the queen, because this is weird. This is weird. I don't care what nobody says now. Seriously, this is spooky dooky weird here. I want you all to think about what I'm saying now. It's been a whole week. What are the odds of a random stranger finding his card and a body floats the same day and it ain't his body? Come on now. You know, what is the universe trying to tell us? Because this is I'm lost for words. Oh, the pawn machines? Maybe so. So that's a good point. Do the Walmarts in the Nashville area have those pawn machines where you could put phones, jewelry inside? Very good point. Will we find out that the phone, watch has been put in one of those Walmart machines? I don't know if we have them here. I haven't paid attention. But that's a very good point. Very, very good point. I'm also curious if maybe trafficking could be involved. Oh, Lord, Danielle. Please stop. So if this card was found by the bridge, where did the good frat brothers find his other card? You talking about the key card? Because they never explained it. They never explained about the card. Just like the godfather saying everything's so vague in conversation. He took the words right out of my mouth when he was talking. I watched the interview today. It's like he could hear me talking. Everything is vague. You're not getting an understanding of nothing. And as I told you all yesterday when I went live, this family needs to come to an understanding of what happened in that bar. I don't care if you don't want to know. You should never say that. You should want to know everything. You should want to know what he did when he got up that morning. Did he have a drink when he got up? Did he take any illicit drugs? Did he pop any pills? Hell, did he have sex? I don't care. You should want to know. Don't ever say, I don't care about what happened in the bar. See, let me tell you something about the universe, and especially if you believe in God. You have to be very careful what you claim. So when you say, we're not really concerned about what happened in the bar, we only want to know what happened when he was walking around, that makes no sense to me. You should want to know everything. What this one said, what the bar said, bartender said, what the security guy said, what Pookie Ray Ray said, what Bubba said. I want to know everybody's fucking conversation. I want to know what time he went to the bathroom. I want to know how long he was in there. I want to know what he ate. Don't ever say you don't want to know what happened at the bar. Because if you say that, you sending a message to the universe, you don't want the truth. And that's not a message you want to put out about a missing person. You want to know everything possible, and then you decide on what you believe is the truth or not. But don't ever say, I don't want to know what happened at the bar. Because as his profiler said, I think something happened at that bar. She says, I think he was disruptive. Now, this is a woman that worked with the FBI. She knows more about dealing with people and their emotions. And I thought the same thing. I just didn't want to dwell on it because I didn't want to seem mean. But they didn't just put him out that bar because he was drunk. You all better wake up. Somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody's not telling the truth. Exactly. You should want to know everything. Did he flirt with a girl? Did he talk to a girl? Did he drink out of a girl's cup? Did he drink out of one of the frat boys' cup? Did he pop a pill? You should want to know everything he did that you could find out. I tell people, you have to be careful what you claim. I was stunned when they said that. We ain't worried about what happened in the bar. Come again? Whatever happened in the bar is the reason why you can't find him. Come on, let's keep it real. All this bullshit is because of Luke 32. He didn't get lost at the other bar. Stay woke. You want me to believe he only had one drink at bar number 1, and he only had one drink at Luke 32. I am 53 years old, and I know how men navigate when they bar hop. They ain't drinking no one damn drink at no one damn bar. Hell no. Somebody had more than one damn drink. And that's why I tell people, always pay attention to the details. They are out of town to have fun. So you don't know if they got up drinking, started drinking in the afternoon, started drinking on their way to bar hop, how many drinks they had at bar number 1. And guess what? Newsflash, because I think I'm getting ready to hurt somebody's feelings. The Godfather says they were there for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Bingo card. No way he had only one drink. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit. So I'm going to say this to Luke 32. You want to dispel the bullshit? Show us the video. Show us the video of one drink and 2 waters. Because I say, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Because that Godfather got information. They were there almost 2 hours. You want me to believe he was in a bar and drank one drink for almost 2 hours? Well, if that's the case, he was already loaded when he walked in. You make your decision. All right, everybody, I want to end this poll. I care. Get out my chat. Exactly. For all we know, they got up drinking. Yes, Natasha, yes. That's the Godfather speaking. One group was at another bar, and then this group was at Luke 32. So that's what I'm trying to make people understand is the obvious. Bar hopping is just what it is, bar hopping. You don't find people bar hopping to just stand around and look at people. You have you 1 drink, 2 drinks, and then you got to think about how early you're starting. You got to think about the person's capacity to drink. See, we don't know Riley. And all this stuff that they're saying about how he is and he's so nice, that has nothing to do with his tolerance to drink. If you have never been around him drunk, you don't know what he drinks, don't drink, how many drinks it takes. You only know him as a free spirit, a nice guy. We hear he's calm, collective. He's the type he doesn't like drama. Okay, so if I believe that from what the Godfather told the YouTuber, then what the fuck happened in that bar? Why are you telling this guy to get out of here? Because you want me to believe he was the only person inebriated in that bar. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe he was the only person drunk at Luke 32. The point is, was he drunk to where he was causing a scene? Flirtatious, touchy, feely, cursing, belligerent, falling over himself, knocking shit off the bar, knocking shit off the table. This is when somebody would come in and say, hey, we need you to leave. I'm kind of leaning what the profiler said. Something went on in the bar. Because there's no way you want me to believe he was the only person drunk in that bar. Come on now. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, he's the Godfather. The guy speaking to Olivia. Yes. Yes, I listened to that today. So he gave some good information. Every little bit of information is helpful. But as I always tell you, when you're dealing with true crime, it's like anything. Any story that a person tells you, when it's not a murder or a missing person, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe pertaining to the information. Some of it is going to be the truth, and some of it's not going to be the truth. It's up to you to discern if you believe what they're telling you. And right now, the friends aren't talking. The people in the bar aren't talking. You're just using a representative. I want a damn receipt. Show me video of him walking in. He walked in upright. He walked in swaying. Let me hear his conversation. Let me see how he was talking and interacting with his friends, strangers. Let people see. Because a person can tell you anything. Oh, we just served him 1 drink and 2 waters. Well, he was already drunk then, if that's the case. Because there's no way I believe he got drunk on 1 drink and he was drinking water too. Then you got to ask yourself, did he eat anything that day? Does he drink on an empty stomach? Does he drink on a full stomach? See, all those things are going to matter. The stuff that the family say they don't want to talk about. They don't care. I would tell that person, well, you speak for yourself. I want to know what he did that day. Because I ain't heard the mother say that. No friends would have him walk home by himself. I wonder how many of his frat was actually at Luke's with. Was it only 1? How did they all decide to have him fend for himself? It's terrible that they let him go out on his own. Yes, my understanding from the Godfather, 1 group was at Luke 32 and another group was at another bar. I do not know how many were at Luke 32. My understanding, it was a total of 8 to 10 guys total for the trip. So I have no idea. Somebody would have to bring us a receipt to how many people were at Luke 32 with him. Who was the actual person that walked down the stairs with him with security, and why didn't that person go out the door? Did they go back to pay a tab? If they did, that's bullshit, because you could have paid the tab before security escorted him down the stairs. Bingo card. Queen stays woke. Nothing gets by me, honey. Nothing. I dissect everything said, and I flip it and I chop it up until it makes sense. So the bullshit about tabs and this and that, bring me a receipt, because I don't know too many bartenders is going to let you walk all the way out to the front door without thinking you're going to run and not pay the money. So I don't know if that's true or not about a tab. We just know he walked him down with the security guy, and then he walked back up, which is a bad, bad look. What else should I ask you guys? 37% of you do not believe he lost a cart near the river. 33% of you said yes. 29% of you said no. Natasha says, I wonder if he was stopped from the bar. Well, Natasha, I thought about that. As far as a robbery, I'm not getting ready to follow you around for an hour to rob you. That's just me personally. If I wanted to be a robber, stalker. He was drunk. People pickpocket people all day long, daytime, nighttime. I don't see a person following you around for an hour. Because allegedly he's on the phone at 10. Then his phone pings at another location at 11. So that's a whole hour. So I can't see following you around to pickpocket you. And then you got to remember, he's 6'5". Where am I going to take the body? And I'm on foot. Say, well, that's the part of the story that's baffling. If this is a person who unalived him, they were probably on foot if they discarded him downtown. But what doesn't make any sense? You don't have a body, which means what? How would you get rid of a body this big on foot? This is why I think somebody put him in a car. He got in a car with somebody. Got tired of walking. Somebody drove by. Hey, sweetie, you need some help? Huh, you need some help? And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to go to Tempo. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a ride. I don't know. I don't know. This is just too bizarre for somebody walking around. Somebody thinks it's from the homeless camp. Okay, well, if it's from the homeless camp, where's the body? And as somebody said in the chat about sloppy police work, possibly so, with that cart being found by a complete stranger. This girl just pops up to search for him. She finds the damn cart. So that means the police did not do a good job down there on the embankment, because you all should have looked where the phone started pinging, the last ping. There should have been people on either side of the river searching. How does this girl come to Nashville and find the fucking cart? Somebody help me understand, because I'm confused. Exactly. Where do you hide a 6'7" body? Exactly. Exactly. I've heard people say backside and front door. He was put out of front. Yes, I've also heard from commenters that apparently the bar doesn't have a tab system, okay? With 3 levels, it seems easy to drink and dash. Exactly. Exactly, especially if you're full. Natasha, why do you think he was trafficked? Traffic. Oh, honey, please. Girl who found cart was poking around with a stick when she found it. Okay, so Jersey, you know to use a stick when you are searching for people, especially in that area. It's nasty, it's dirty. You're supposed to have a stick so you can move the brushes to the side to see if somebody's in the brush. But it's still baffling. 1 week in, no law officials or their own search teams didn't find that damn card. So now I'm going to start to wonder, hell, maybe he's laying out there in the damn camp somewhere and you all didn't really thoroughly look in the camp. I mean, how am I supposed to chop this up? Because I'm trying to figure out, you know, she comes in all of a week late and finds a card. So now my mind is telling me, well, damn, did you all do a good job when you said you went in the camps? You went in to look to see if you found him. You got to ask yourself how many camps there are near downtown, different directions, not just a bridge, maybe another direction. Because we don't even know if he got pickpocketed and then he still kept walking around. I don't know. Random says, this might be far-fetched. What if he got in a tussle with the person found today and they both fell in the river? Well, Very interesting. Maybe. And he hasn't floated up yet. Okay. The girl said she lives 20 minutes from where they were searching. In the water, I heard that river runs all the way to Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I heard her talking about that. It's still baffling that she's not a part of police and a part of them finding it last week. If you had enough people on the ground walking the embankment near the last ping, I'm just trying to understand why nobody found it a week ago. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, let's ask the question that we don't really want to ask. Here's another question. Oh, Lordy, this is so bad. I don't know which is worse, this case or Sebastian Rogers. Lord have mercy. It's just unbelievable. Is Riley in the river? Got 91 viewing. Please take the poll. We've got a card on the embankment. Where is the watch? Where is his phone? Where is Riley? Do you know how sick his family must feel hearing about this bank card? Guess what? Nobody has asked this question since we've been talking. Was the card used? Bingo card. Bam, shut your mouth. That's the next poll. Hello, Tori. Thank you for joining us. The next poll is going to be about the usage of the card. Because remember I asked you all the past couple days, did he have a debit card, cash app card, credit card, cash, ID? Where is all of that? I'd assume a 22-year-old would have a wallet. Where's the wallet? See, we're now digging in the belly of the beast now. We got to go in the belly of the beast now because you got a whole human missing. We got a phone missing. We got an Apple Watch missing. And now you got to ask yourself, what about his other cards, his ID, driver's license? Stay woke, everybody. So far, most of you do believe he is in the river. Lord, have mercy, help me. Jersey says, somebody says the cards were not used. Okay. Okay. Maybe left there after the area was searched. Possibly. 95 viewing. Take the poll, everybody. Is Riley Strain in the river? He just has not floated up yet. One body has been found today, but it is not Riley nor Sebastian Rogers. 15-year-old boy, autistic, missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. We have a whole body floating today. Who is that? Sweet Jesus. Is there anybody that wants to take the poll before I put up a new one? Thank you all so much for tuning into this live stream. This was not a planned live. His car found on an embankment near Martin Luther King Bridge. This is bad business because now it's going to look even more grim than it did before we had any information to his whereabouts. His debit card was found by a searcher today. Has everybody taken the poll that wants to take the poll before I take it down? And how long was that body in the river that floated today? Because We haven't heard that somebody else is missing out of Nashville, Tennessee. Stay woke, everybody. So when did that person's body land in the water? I pray that we do not have a serial killer out here, serial robber, murderer. Stranger things have happened because Texas has a problem with men being found floating in the water. The police wants to say they're all incidental. So I'm supposed to believe all these men found floating in the river killed themselves. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Oh, report says the body was bloated. Okay, so it's been there a while. Okay, all right. This is a serious live stream pertaining to the disappearance of a young man. If you don't have anything kind to say, do not comment in this chat. This is serious business. A whole person is missing and another one's been found dead in the water. So have some respect. All right, everybody. Going to end this poll. Most of you believe that he is in the water. So if he's in the water, why hasn't he floated? 52% yes, 27% not sure, 20% says no, he is not in the water, 55 votes. I was going to ask about the card, but you all are saying the parents said nobody's used the card. So then let's ask that question then. Uh-oh. I told you I come back with a comment on everything. If the cards weren't used, then how is the body separate from the cards, bingo card? Ain't nobody listening. His cards weren't used, but his card ain't with his body. So what am I going to steal a card for and I don't use it? I'll wait. Anybody listening? I'm going to say it again. The body is not with the card. You said they said nobody used the card, then why the fuck are the cards not with the body? I don't know, Verlin. Say it again. If the cards were not used, stolen, where is the body? How is the body separate from the cards? Because if somebody stole the cards, wouldn't I use the cards? Why would I throw the cards down the embankment? I didn't use them. Come on, you guys. Put it together. Almost 100 in the room. Thank you for your time. Newsflash, newsflash. Body found in the Cumberland River, Nashville, Tennessee. Not Riley, not Sebastian. Card found on the embankment belonging to Riley Strain. Where is his phone? Where is the watch? Where is the body? How did it get down? Because you got to make it make sense. Because you can't have one without the other. So where are his other belongings? Where will we find those belongings? Come on, put it together. Okay, Random says Cumberland River runs through Hendersonville. Well, Random, they say it's not Sebastian. That was confirmed earlier. It's neither missing person, allegedly. So the parents already identified the body. It's not Riley. He may have been stripped of all his belongings and card discarded because it was too risky. Maybe electronics pawned. Well, that's what I said. Only a fool would use the credit card knowing it belongs to this guy missing. You'd be a fool to go use that card because both stores have cameras and it would be risky. But like I said, if you're talking about a homeless person who's living pillar to post, what does he care about getting a arrest record for stealing somebody's credit card? I mean, you got to remember, there are people who don't care about theft. They know they're going to be seen on camera because people do identity fraud every day and they know they're seen on camera. When you steal somebody's card, you pretend to be them on a credit card, they go right in Walmart, Target, they don't care. They don't care. Where is this young man? This is bizarre business. I mean, this is some bizarre business that I have ever seen in my life. Trying to see if I find me something else. I think I'll type his name in and see what else comes up. Thank you all so much for joining me. Welcome to the Vault XL, everybody. Very scary. All I can say is this is a lesson learned. You need to be careful about the company you keep, the places you go, being under the influence of narcotics and drinks. You better know your friends. I'm just telling you. Because somebody else will be going through the same thing all over again. And that's what's scary about this story. Trying to see how many videos they got up about him. They're still searching for him naturally. One alcoholic drink. You also see right there, he has on the Apple Watch, black, white shirt. Somebody says somebody homeless had him. I don't know. Then we have the parents thanking the community. They're a united front, amen. And that's something the profiler said too about Sebastian. Why did they all not get together to give a press conference together? Sebastian Rogers' parents and the father. Please check out Pat Brown. She's on YouTube. She's a profiler. She made a very good point. Now, naturally, the father's a deputy, so he might have been busy, couldn't get with them to do the first interview. But you have to admit that's strange because usually when people have different, relationships and marriages, they all get together to do a press conference. Why have these people not spoken together? That's what I'd like to know. Your kid's missing and nobody wants to do a presser together. And as she said, she believes the father thinks the mother and the stepdad killed that boy. Trying to see if there's anything else in here. Oh, Lord, what a hot mess. Everything's from days ago. If you're just coming into the chat, a body has been found, but it does not belong to Riley or Sebastian Rogers. Parents have seen the body or seen pictures, and it's not their son. What are you talking about? The what? Smiley face killer. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see this. Psychic people. I don't want to hear nothing about any psychics. Let's see what this guy's talking about. Walking the last path. What'd you say? You hope they don't own what? Say what? Walking so fast. Camera's so fast. Walking the path that he took. He act like he's running. Good Lord. They don't have the volume on. I don't think. Yeah, volume's off. How many minutes does it take? So right in here, could he have jumped in there? Why would he jump over there? Stay woke, pay attention. Very scary. This is where it stops. Okay. How long was that? 9-minute walk. It's crazy nonsense. Okay. I played you information from Live Now from Fox about the card. Let's see, they're still talking about searching for him. This is several hours ago.
Missing college student in downtown continued yesterday along the Cumberland River. It's now been more than a week since anyone saw 22-year-old Riley Strain. Brianna Hanlon joins us now with more. So, Brianna, we understand his parents have a message for the public. What is it?
That's right. They say to not stop sharing the information and news about him being missing until he is found at a home safe. His parents and step-parents are leaning on each other through this difficult time. His mom says she would text and call Riley every day, and not hearing from him or seeing him this whole last week has been hard. Metro Police continued their search using canines, drones, sonar, and a dive team to try to find him around the area he was last seen by the Cumberland River. But they haven't come up with any more clues that could lead to Riley beyond the security camera footage of where he was seen last on Church and Gay Streets. Police are still trying to piece together all of his movements from last Friday. His parents say if you saw anything, even if you think it was small, go tell the police.
Oh, Riley, we love you so much, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop.
I can't imagine how they are feeling. And so his mom says that she was FaceTiming and texting him just hours before he was last seen leaving the bar and walking around downtown. If you know anything, again, go to the police. Back to you.
Why would he jump? Come on, you guys. Make it make sense. Come on now. He's walking around for damn near an hour. Why would he jump in the water? That makes no sense. You see those railings there? You're telling me he's going to jump over all those railings to jump in the water. Make it make sense. Even if you jump over the railings that's closest to the sidewalk, you're still going to fall in the embankment, in the trees. You're not going to fall directly in the water. You got to get close to the water to fall in the water. The water is down. The street is up from the water. So that means you've got to walk the path. He's drunk. He's drunk. Why would he go walk down that long path and then he'd have to jump over the rails to go in the water? Make it make sense. Did the police do a thorough job in their search? That's going to be the next poll because something's funky about this damn debit card. Because I'm smelling something funky here. You always get an option with this channel. Yes, no, and not sure. Now, when I post to my channel, you get better options because I get to put in the type of answer I want to put in. But right now, through this YouTube app in this live, it doesn't give me that option. So you only get 3 options here. Hold on. It's not letting me. Hold on 1 second, you guys. poll won't post for some reason. Well, hold on. Let's start over. We might as well throw in the homeless camps too. Because I'm starting to wonder if he was searched properly, because something's off here. I don't know. Thank you so much. His debit card has been found down an embankment. No mention of the iPhone or his watch or any other cards, jewelry, or even the body of Riley Strain. Make it make sense. What are the odds a stranger finds the card today, a week later, after law enforcement says you've had sonar, drones, people on foot searching, yet no Riley Strain, and voila, almost 9 days, a random stranger finds the fucking card and another body pops up in the water, but it don't belong to Riley Strain. Make it make sense, everybody. What are we talking about? Will the body pop up and we've got some nefarious business going on in Nashville, Tennessee? Stay woke. Well, if he's in the water, why hasn't he popped up? Make it make sense. Water's low, 4 feet lower. Where is he if he's thrown in the water? Why hasn't he floated to the top? Floated near their bank. Would not take long for the body to float up somewhere, even if it's downstream. Take the poll, everybody. 100 watching. Did the police search the riverbank's homeless camps thoroughly? 73% no so far. 23% not sure. 5% yes. That'll be the next question about the card. I asked you, did he put that card down there? Most of you said no. Has everybody taken the poll? Where is Riley Strain? What the hell's going on here? 6'5", that's a big person. That's a lot of person to hide if you're on foot. And then you have to remember one thing about murdering a person. If you have nothing invested in the person, you don't know the person, you have no reason to try to conceal the body because he's nobody to you. Naturally, if you knew him, he wouldn't be considered nobody to you either. But you understand what I'm saying. When people kill people they know, they conceal the body. A stranger has no reason to conceal the body, number one. Number two, he's too big to try to conceal by foot. So that leaves a car. Stay woke. And are we talking about more than one concealing of the body? Somebody had help if it's two by foot. 6'5" to 6'7", take your pick. Whoever did this was smart enough not to use his card. Well, then let's go there. Hot damn. This is why you have to pay attention to the information. You kill a person, but you don't use the card. Say, woke everybody. Then why did you kill him? Let's say he was murdered. Then what's the purpose? You don't use the card. He fell down, he'd be near the card. Make it make sense. I always try to make you think. Because right now, this is a doozy, this Riley Strange story. You got a whole card and nobody. If I believe it's murder, you defeated the purpose and you didn't use the card. No watch, no phone. Where are they? I asked this question the other day during the chat, and I feel like I'm going to eat my own words. Are we talking about somebody who was right now deceased in plain sight? Is this young man lying out in Nashville, Tennessee, dead in plain sight? So far, most of you believe they did not do a thorough job searching for him. Maybe they wanted cash. So you're going to kill him because he ain't got no cash. Hit by a car and the person that hit him got scared and took him home with them. God, Tay, please. I can't. Well, a guy did it here. Put the head inside the passenger floorboard, so anything's possible. So it could be like the card. What do you mean? Okay, but you're going to throw it out for what? Then why are you going to kill the person? Makes sense, Hagen. Make it make sense. I'm going to kill you, but I don't take anything and I can't use it. Then why did I murder you? If we're to believe he was murdered, you didn't use the card, then what was the fucking purpose of taking the life of a human being? Make it make sense. He's not seen in plain sight to say he died, head wound, alcohol poisoning. Don't you find this strange? A whole 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" human being, not seen. Strangers do not conceal bodies. They don't know the person. I have no reason to hide your body. Make it make sense. Why is that card on the embankment? Without the phone, without the watch, without the body, what are we talking about here? Make it make sense, everybody. Where is this young man?
Metro Police say they have found missing 22-year-old Riley Strain's bank card. Strain is a student in Mizzou and went missing from downtown Nashville on March 8th. MNPD says the card was found on an embankment between Gay Street and the Cumberland River. Our sister station in Nashville received confirmation from Strain's family that it was his card, but the search for him continues.
The search continues. It is his card, says his parents. Riley Strain, honey, where are you? Because this is becoming too scary for the queen here. Because I don't really know what the hell's going on here. Let's end this poll. Well, how could somebody use this card that knows him, sweetheart, if he was wandering around the street by himself? So if the card wasn't used, make it make sense. The card's not used, but it's thrown out, but you don't have a body with the card. Make it make sense. A whole body's missing. You find the card a week later without the body, without a wallet, without other cards, without other valuables. This is a mystery within a mystery. Or is it? Exactly. Where's the wallet? Maybe he had cash and they took it, might have kicked him to death. Who knows? Speculation at this point. People are evil, in my opinion. Anything could have happened. Okay, Sundown. I hear what you're saying. But as I just told everybody, he is on foot. He's been walking around for God knows how long. If his perpetrators are on foot, where would they hide him? Stay woke. Do you know how crazy it would be to be dragging a body through downtown to hide? That's all I'm saying. Possibly murdered and the heat was on and they chose to drop the cart. They said it wasn't used at all. He could have dropped the cart. Yes, he could have. But why would the cart be down an embankment? How can a cart get down an embankment unless I crawl down there? All I'm trying to get you all to do is focus on what has been said and try to make it make sense. And I think most of you know it would make no sense for a drunk person to crawl down an embankment, especially if you see this picture right here. If you look closely, that is garbage. Why would I climb down there? For what reason? Come on now. Look at the picture. Now, make yourself believe a person's been wandering around on foot on concrete and they're going to crawl down in that to leave their card. Make it make sense. Exactly, Richardson. He didn't crawl down there. There's no way I believe he walked down there and lost his card. I don't believe he went down there and threw the card down there. I don't think he took the card and it landed down there. And I don't think he went in no river because you got to walk down to the river. The ground to walk on is higher than the river. So that means you're saying he would have willingly walked to what? Kill himself. So he's so drunk and inebriated, he decided to kill himself. And the body hasn't floated back up. Is that what you're saying? Well, Tay, allegedly the girl found it. One of the searchers found it. Well, if he went down there, where is his body? This is why I keep saying, make it make sense. Somebody pushed this big old man down there. He dropped the card or the card fell out, and they took him down there to do what? Rape him? So where's the body? I'm just making you think about everything that you're saying in the chat. Every person makes a comment, I want you to think about what you're saying. They threw the card down there. Why? He walked down there, but his body ain't down there. He threw the card down there. Why? Make it make sense. Exactly, crazy. Exactly, Richardson. In all that mess, they found the credit card. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. That every way you chop it up, the one thing that's missing from this business of this card is Riley Strain. And what would be the motive for him going down there? Nobody. Throwing the card down there, wouldn't that defeat the purpose of stealing the card? You say he didn't use the card, nobody used the card, then make it make sense. What is it doing down there? He was robbed, and they took what? The watch and the phone and threw out the credit card. Once the story went viral, they knew they couldn't use his card, possibly. Then that would lead us to believe it's what? Somebody on foot, somebody in a car. Because you aren't going in Target, Best Buy, the Gap. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to be seen using that damn card. 7-Eleven, McDonald's is all the same. You're going to be seen. But as I said before, if you're dealing with homeless people and people who just don't give a fuck, and you have people who, aren't homeless and don't give a fuck, they still would use the damn card and risk being caught. I'm just trying to make you chop up every comment and question, because this is a very bizarre case with a card being found and no body. And it's just, I don't know where this is going. Nobody's understanding. They said that there's a homeless camp there, and what does the homeless have in their camp? Trash. So a homeless person picked up and dropped the card, possibly. You still got to explain why would they have the card, period. If it's not been used. If you stole the card, you knew somebody's going to be looking for this white man. Come on. So you did what? He fell out, passed out, already dead, and you just went through his pockets, got the phone, got the watch, threw the card out. So where is the body? Yes, Kathy. Somebody wouldn't be dumb enough to use the card. Exactly. Okay, Tay, I'm going to say this for the last time, you guys. He dropped the card. Why is the card over there? And no Riley String. That embankment is not near the road or the sidewalk. How did the card get down the embankment? Danielle, thank you. As ridiculous as this whole thing is, I hope it's not a fake ordeal and he's just hiding out somewhere and going off the grid. Amen. Finally, somebody has said it. Thank you, sweetheart. You see, I'm always trying to be careful how I deliver the commentary because of a story that happened of a woman who was found in Savannah in the woods, burned up. And everybody thought her daughter had done it. So did I. And I apologized after that information came out that she had hurt herself. Stay woke now. Everybody swore the daughter did it, the boyfriend did it, because they were addicts, or she was an addict, and then she never was arrested. Never was arrested. Even the the Georgia police had to, Georgia Bureau of Investigation had to scale back their own comment. This is why you have to be careful what you say, because you may have to take it back. So this is why I try not to point the finger at the beginning of a story. So I'm going to say this. What if this is a faux crime? What if, as I said the other day, I'm a realist, and sometimes I think in a way that most people aren't used to, because depending on how you live and how you raise, you're not going to think of certain things that other people would think of. I live around crazy people. I know the evil that men do, women do, okay? And after what I saw with Miss Papini and Carly Russell, my spirit said, chop it up and make it make sense. You finding this card, what if he is saying to the world, You all have pissed me off, and you left me to walk the streets by my damn self. You didn't give a fuck about me, and I'm going to show you that you were wrong for leaving me in that bar. Kathy, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about his parents. The story is not about his parents. The story is about Riley. The story is nothing about the parents. We're not talking about his parents. We're talking about Riley playing possum. That's what we're talking about. Because in the end, you don't know people. And just like that shit that happened in California, people thought they knew that lady and they did not. And she carried that lie for a while. And it took a while for investigators to bring her to justice because it didn't add up. Same thing with Carly Russell. 2 days on the lam. She did not see a child on the highway. She was not kidnapped by a white man and another woman. She made it up. The point I'm trying to make is the obvious. I'm not here to say he's dead. I'm not here to say he's alive. I'm not here to say it's human trafficking. I'm not here to say it's a fake crime. What I'm trying to make you understand is anything is possible because, one, you don't know him. You're only going by what these people are saying about him. And then it's the same stuff we've heard with other people talking about people who they thought they knew. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. Could be that as well. He doesn't even know he's missing. I thought of that as well. He's just wandering around. But then I had to say, well, damn, how's he eating? How's he drinking? He needs water. He needs to be hydrated. How's he eating? And by now, walking around, somebody would have said, hey, you're that guy they're talking about on TV. Don't you know you're missing? Somebody would have pointed him out. So I thought about that as well. But he's so tall, he sticks out like a sore thumb. Somebody would definitely say, oh, that's that guy that's missing. Let me call the police. So what is going on here? What is going on here? Because I don't know. And as I said, I'm trying to be objective, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Oh, Lordy. Maybe traveling with some of the homeless. They don't watch much TV or YouTube. Possibly. Very true. Could this be a guy who had a head injury and just started drifting around? And he does not know he's Riley Strain. But like I said, somebody's watching him if he's alive, and somebody has seen the news and somebody has seen those billboards. There are billboards up of him. So I can't see him walking around for a week and somebody not saying, hey, you're that guy on the billboard. Hey, you're that guy that's missing. And I'm sure they would want a reward if there's a reward. Haven't even heard if there's a reward or not. Where is this young man? I'm not going to hold you all. And I thank you all for tuning into this last minute live stream. I pray for his sake and his family's sake that he is alive. And that maybe this is just a fluke situation of a young man who is disoriented and he doesn't know who he is and he doesn't know that he's actually missing. But I would just find it hard to believe, as far as somebody being in his peripheral, them not knowing who he is, because he is major news right now, whether you watch YouTube, the news or not. There are billboards up all over, I'm sure around the city, downtown. Somebody would have said, okay, this looks like that guy that's missing. Let me call 911. This is a terrible, terrible story. And as Miss Olivia said, YouTuber. It's a lesson learned, and it is, and I said that earlier. You need to be very careful of your surroundings, number one, whether you are traveling or not. You need to be careful of what you imbibe and what you take. You also need to be careful of the company you keep. You need to know that you are in good company. Whether you are in a group of 6 or group of 8, you need to know that if something happens to you, you fall out, pass out, you get sick, you get kicked out of a bar, asked to leave, whatever, somebody is going to come down those stairs or go out that door with you. Because if you are inebriated, you are drugged, and you can't think straight, you are on your own in the wilderness, in the dark. And you cannot assume that somebody is going to step in and have your damn back. And you hear the Godfather saying that. All the people that passed him on the street, nobody helped. So you see how jacked up the world is. And sometimes it's just a matter of, it's not my problem. I don't know him. He's just some young guy drunk. But if only somebody had went up to him and said, "Sir, are you okay? Can I help you? Are you lost?" Maybe he could have told them, "Yes, I am. I need to get to the Tempo Hotel if you could help me." But nobody asked, and neither did he. And that's the sad part of this story, is that his frat brother walked off and left him down there. I do believe he was upset that he was left. I think Riley was very angry. He felt alone. He was confused, and he wandered. And what happened when he got out of sight, I do not know. But I know he was failed to some degree because nobody helped. And you hope that people in the street would help, but nobody did. Nobody said a damn thing. Hey, that guy's wobbling. Hey, that guy fell. Hey, that guy looks sick. Hey, I better go over here and ask him, does he need any help? Maybe he's the type, he didn't want to ask for help. I don't know, because the story is baffling to me. Because in my spirit, I don't understand why this child didn't wait outside of Luke 32. I don't care what the bouncer said, security said. I would have stood out there and waited because it's a public street, and Luke 32 don't own the damn street. They don't own the sidewalk. And that's just the bottom line. So maybe people will take a pause the next time they're out and they see somebody looking dazed and confused. You step up and say, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need any help? Do you want me to call somebody for you?" If they say no, ain't nothing wrong with still dialing 911 and let the police handle it, because you just might save a life. I want to thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BeGanji 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Prayers for Riley Strang, his parents, the community, the university, the great city of Nashville, Tennessee, 3 hours from the Queen. This is a very terrible story, and I am so thankful that I have never gotten to this point traveling by my own self, because I could have easily be a story myself and not even be inebriated, because you just don't know what can happen to you when you're out here on the road, on the highway, traveling. You have to be very careful because there's always somebody watching. I don't know if this child is alive or not. My spirit tells me that possibly he's not, but then who knows? Some of you don't think it's a hoax. Maybe, maybe not. I feel better knowing it was a hoax. That he's just lying somewhere playing possum, mad, or he's disoriented and he doesn't know who he is. But this is scary. This is scary business. And as I said, this is a lesson learned for anybody, whether you are young or you are middle-aged. Please do not get inebriated to the point where you are unfunctional. You cannot function. And you are depending on somebody to have your back. Because let's be truthful, the state that we saw him in, he would have been damaged goods if he was behind the wheel of a car. And some people may have thought, well, he was safer on foot. But maybe he was not. Lord have mercy. Thank you all so much. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful week. I'll be back with more commentary. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have an update to the body found in the Cumberland River. I will also may come back and give you another live pertaining to Mr. Sebastian. There's some more content I want to bring you this week pertaining to Wendy Williams, her son, her ex-husband. The Guardian believes she was taken advantage of by Lifetime to the producers that did the documentary. Was she taken advantage of? My understanding is that they signed off on that documentary and now she's acting like she had no knowledge of it. We also hear that she has a lien against her, a tax lien. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, Wendy Williams. And I also continue my coverage of Riley Strain and Sebastian Rogers. Please check my community board for updates and polls. I will put a thorough poll up on this channel after I end this live stream. Feel free to go over and take that poll and give your commentary below the post. Prayers for the Strain family. And prayers for anyone out here traveling alone and traveling with others. And I think from the stories we've seen pertaining to people traveling to islands, being hurt, unalive, the Shanquella Robinson story of her friends turning on her down in Mexico, a young black girl being turned on by people she thought were her friends down in Alabama. You don't know people. So if people you know will turn on you, you can best believe a stranger would. That's my commentary. You've been listening to the Vault XL.